Hello everyone, welcome to Naval's channel, your one-stop platform to learn astrology in the most simplified way. So in the past two videos, we were talking about the houses. We didn't go into too much detail, we just talked about what does the house signify, right? So the scope of this video will be limited to the last four houses, which are going to be 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So if I just draw the astrological chart, we have covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All these houses are covered. So we'll be talking about the remaining four houses. Let's start with 9th house. So what does 9th house signify? As we discussed in the first video, I believe, 3rd house signified short-term travels. So 9th house will signify long-term travels. Right? 9th house also signifies your pilgrimage travels. Ninth house also signifies your higher education. Like you travel, like someone from India travels to Canada for higher education, that is seen through 9th house. So it's your like master's degree and all, where you travel long distance to pursue the education. 9th house also represents your religious beliefs. So if I say in that way, yeah. Now for the 10th house is your karma sthan. It is the house of your career, your profession. What you will do, or what is your karma in this world, in this life, that will be seen through 10th house. 10th house also talks about the environment of your office or of your workplace. So environment of your workplace. Now see through this, right? 4th house represented your home. 4th house represented your environment of your home. 10th house is exactly opposite, environment of your workplace. 4th house was mother, 10th house is father. Now coming to 11th house. 11th house represents your friends, right? Like 5th house represented your kids, and exactly opposite to 5th, 11th house represents your friends. Or 11th house also represents your elder siblings. 11th house basically represents anything you gain from, like gain of knowledge, gain of profession, gain of career, gain of money is seen through 11th house. So gains. Anyone who has really strong 11th house have a lot of gains in the life, right? So anything, any wishes or anything which you gain, not monetary, it can be an award, or it can be kind of the stature in society. Anything you gain is seen through 11th house. So it's kind of covers awards, money, status. So the gain of status, basically your status in the world, in the profession, will be seen through 10th house, like your profession, but the gain of that status will be seen through 11th house. We'll cover this in detail, how to basically see that. 12th house, the last house in astrology. 12th house is kind of the house which talks about losses. 12th house talks about your past life. 12th house talks about distant places, like foreign lands, and foreign lands from the place you were born, right? Like really far places. 12th house also represents anything which is in like isolation. Okay, so 12th house would represent jails, asylums, these things, right? 12th house represents anything which is too far away, and any expenses also. 12th house also represents your expenses. Now, whether they are good expenses or bad expenses, that depends on the planet, that depends on the particular dasha you are running, that depends on many other things. But overall expenses represented by 12th house. Now, one thing you want to kind of notice that there are certain houses which are good houses and certain houses which are considered bad houses by default. Okay, so let's just take a minute to look at that before we wrap up our houses in astrology series. So if I draw this chart again, right now, the 4 houses in the center, first house, 4th house, 7th house, and 10th house, these are known as Kendra, most important houses, or auspicious. So planets sitting in Kendra houses, majority of times they will lead good results. Okay, your 5th house and 9th house, your 2nd house, these are known as trines. So it's kind of these are auspicious, no doubt, but more kind of luck oriented houses. So these are also Kendra and trines are the kind of the important houses in astrological chart. Now the remaining ones, 3rd, 6th, 8th, 11th, and 12th, these are Marakstan. Well, 3 and 11 are not that bad, but 6, 8, and 12, 6, 8, and 12 are non-auspicious, because 6 talks about diseases, 12 talks about surgeries, 12 talks about 8 talks about surgeries or accidents, 12 talks about your jails or loss of money, expenditures, and all that. Any planet sitting in 6, 8, 12th house tend to go towards bad results. We cannot conclude anything to say anything staying in 6th house would be a bad planet. We cannot say that, but if any good planet is looking at that, that would change or alter the final results. But on a very high level, 6, 8, 12 are not good houses. If you have too many planets sitting in 6, 8, 12, we'll need to look into that from a different perspective than sitting in Kendra or trines. Okay, so these are the auspicious important houses, like in the center, and then 6, 8, 12 are really bad houses. 2, 5, and 9 are really good houses from luck perspective, and then 3 and 11 are kind of neutral houses. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like to see these videos and would like to stay updated. Leave a comment, suggestions in the videos. So thank you. Thanks for watching.